If you manage projects with multiple tools, you already know the problem. Teams use one app for tasks, another for planning, another for documentation, and another for reporting or billing. The result is confusion, slow delivery, poor visibility, and too many handoffs between teams. That is exactly the problem Managem solves. Managem is an all-in-one SaaS project management workspace built for product, engineering, design, QA, and operations teams. Instead of switching between disconnected apps, your team works in one unified platform. With Managem, you get Kanban boards, sprint planning, backlog management, roadmaps, calendars, documentation, analytics, and billing, all in one place. You also get role-based access for security, WebSocket Live updates for real-time collaboration, and AI-assisted workflows to reduce repetitive work. So, what changes after using Managem? Teams move from idea to execution faster. Ownership becomes clearer. Communication improves. And decision-makers get real-time visibility across the full delivery cycle. In short, the core problem is tool fragmentation. The solution is one connected platform. And the result is faster, cleaner, and more scalable project delivery. In this demo, we'll guide you through Managem step by step, so you can quickly discover how each feature works in real workflows. Let's begin. In this section, I'll walk you through exactly how to launch Managem using the built-in launcher, step by step. First, open the Managem project folder on your computer. Inside the root folder, you will find the launcher scripts. Step 1. Start the launcher. If you are on Windows, double-click launcher.bat. If you are on macOS or Linux, run launcher.sh from the terminal. This starts the local launcher service. Step 2. Open the launcher dashboard. Once it starts, open your browser and go to http://localhost 3030. You will see the launcher control panel, which guides you through setup. Step 3. Run environment check. Click Next to begin. The launcher checks if required tools are available, like Node.js and NPM, and verifies that needed ports are free. If something is missing, it tells you before continuing. Step 4. Install dependencies automatically. The launcher then installs project dependencies for root project, server, client. You do not need to run separate install commands manually. Step 5. Configure the local environment. Next, the launcher prepares environment settings for local development, including API and app communication settings. This helps avoid common config mistakes between front-end and back-end. Step 6. Seed initial data. The launcher runs the database seed process, so demo/admin data is ready. This means you can log in and explore features immediately after startup. Step 7. Start backend and frontend. After setup, the launcher starts both services. Backend API server. Frontend web app. It handles this sequence for you automatically. Step 8. Open and use the app. When startup is complete, open the app URL shown by the launcher, typically the frontend local address. Now Managem is fully running. Now let's talk about the landing pages in Managem. The landing pages are designed to do two things very well: explain value quickly and convert visitors into users. From the first screen, visitors understand what Managem offers, who it is for, and why it is different from scattered tool workflows. The page structure is clear and intentional. First, it presents the core message and product positioning. Then it shows visual proof through screenshots and feature highlights, so users can immediately see a real product, not just marketing text. Next, it builds trust with practical details like technical stack, system requirements, and onboarding options. This is important because buyers and technical evaluators both need confidence before adoption. In short, the Managem landing pages are not just promotional pages. They are structured as a complete product discovery journey: awareness, trust, clarity, and conversion. Now let's talk about how to register quickly in Managem. Getting started is simple and takes only a minute. From the landing page, click Register or Get Started. You'll be taken to the sign-up form. Enter your basic details such as your name, email, and password, then submit the form. Once your account is created, sign in immediately and access your workspace. Let's begin the back-office demo with the super admin role. In this part, we'll log in as super admin and explore the platform-level controls. We'll start with the global dashboard, then review user and organization management, system settings, security controls, and audit logs. The super admin role gives full visibility across the entire platform, not just one workspace. This is where administrators monitor platform health, enforce governance, manage access, and configure core services such as AI settings and operational policies. Let's go. To start, open the app URL and go to the authentication page. If you are a new user, click Register and create a standard account by entering your name, email, and password. Now, for super admin access, this is important. Super admin is usually not created through normal public registration. In most setups, the super admin account is pre-created by the system owner or generated from seeded demo data. So for this demo, we use the super admin credentials provided in the environment setup. Go to the login page, enter the super admin email and password, and click Sign In. Once logged in, you'll land in the back office area with platform-level controls. On this super admin dashboard, we are on the platform overview page with a subtitle called System Metrics. This page gives us real-time platform visibility in one place. At the top, we have 4 KPI cards: total users, organizations, projects, and issues. The users and organizations cards also show how many are suspended, so we can quickly detect account-level risk or governance actions. Right below, we have the user growth chart. This chart shows daily user growth trends, helping us understand adoption over time and spot unusual changes early. In the lower section, we have 2 operational lists. On the left, recent users displays the latest created users with name, email, and role badge, including super_admin, admin, or user. On the right, recent orgs shows newly created organizations with slug and current plan, such as free, premium, or enterprise. So this dashboard is not just a summary. It is the decision screen for super admin. Monitor growth, detect suspensions, review onboarding activity, and immediately decide where to drill down next, whether that is users, organizations, billing, analytics, health, audit logs, or settings. Now we are on the super admin users page, where we manage all platform users from one place. At the top, we can see the total user count. Right below, we have quick filters. Search by name or email, filter by role, and filter by status such as active or suspended. In the table, each row gives us the full user profile summary: avatar, name, email, role, current status, and join date. A key feature here is role control. Super admin can change roles directly from the role picker, switching between user, admin, and super admin in one click. On the right side of each user row, we also have operational actions. Edit user details, force password reset, suspend or unsuspend access, and delete the account when needed. So this page is the central identity and access control panel for the whole platform. It helps super admin enforce permissions, keep account hygiene, and respond quickly to security or governance needs. On the organizations page, super admin can search and filter all tenants, review each organization's plan and status, open details, switch plan levels, and suspend or unsuspend access instantly to maintain platform governance and billing control. On the audit logs page, super admin can track every critical platform action with timestamp, actor, and event details, which makes security monitoring, compliance checks, and incident investigation fast and reliable. On the analytics page, super admin gets a quick platform-wide performance view to track usage trends, user activity, and growth signals, then make faster data-driven decisions. On the billing page, super admin manages the full commercial side of the platform from one place. This section gives visibility into subscriptions, payments, and plan configuration across all organizations. We can review subscription status such as active, trialing, past due, or canceled, and also inspect payment activity by provider and result. The page also helps control revenue operations. Super admin can filter billing records, monitor plan usage, and adjust plan settings for free, premium, or enterprise offerings. This makes it easier to track monetization performance, identify payment issues early, and keep subscription management organized at platform level. In short, this is the financial control center of Managem, where product access and business operations stay aligned. On the CMS page, super admin can directly edit the public marketing content of the platform. There are 3 managed pages here: homepage, features, and plans, each with its own tab and live preview link. For example, we can update the hero section, stats, testimonials, FAQ, feature cards, pricing page text, and bottom call to action banners. After editing, we can preview the page, reset to defaults if needed, and save changes so they go live immediately. This gives the platform owner full control over public-facing messaging without touching code. On the System Health page, Super Admin can monitor live server status, database connectivity, uptime, memory usage, and platform metrics to quickly detect issues and keep the system stable. On the Settings page, Super Admin can manage the entire platform through clearly separated configuration categories on the left side: email and SMTP, security, billing and plans, payment schedule, Stripe, PayPal, bank transfer, branding, integrations, and AI features. For example, in the SMTP section, we can enable email delivery, define the SMTP host, port, username, password, and sender address, then run test connection or even send test email to verify everything works correctly. In security, we can control whether new registrations are allowed, require MFA, define the maximum login attempts, lockout duration, session timeout, and minimum password length. The billing and payment sections are used to define plan pricing, retry schedules, grace periods, and configure payment providers like Stripe, PayPal, and bank transfer with their real credentials and identifiers. In branding, we can update the app name, primary color, logo, and favicon with live preview directly in the interface. There is also an integrations section to enable GitHub, Slack, and webhooks. And finally, the AI features section lets Super Admin activate AI, choose the model, set token limits, enable features like Issue Assistant, Sprint Summary, and Stand-Up Generator, and test the AI connection live. So this page is not just a settings form. It is the central configuration hub that controls communication, security, monetization, branding, integrations, and AI behavior for the entire Managem platform. At the top of the Super Admin interface, the top bar provides quick orientation and access to essential controls. It helps the administrator stay aware of the current context while moving across platform sections. From here, the user can typically access profile-related actions, navigation support, and session controls like sign out. On the Profile page, the user can manage both personal information and account security through two tabs: Profile and Security. In the Profile tab, the user can upload a custom photo or choose a preset avatar, then update their full name, username, bio, time zone, department, and job title. The email address is visible but locked, so it can be reviewed but not edited here. Once changes are made, the user can save the profile directly from this page. In the Security tab, the user can change their password by entering the current password, the new password, and a confirmation field. This makes the profile page both a personal identity page and a self-service account management area for day-to-day use. Now we'll sign out from the Super Admin account and switch perspectives to an admin user. Super Admin controls the entire platform globally, but admin works at the organization level where teams run their day-to-day execution. In this next part, I'll show how an admin manages projects, people, and delivery workflows in a real operational environment. On the login page, the admin enters an email and password, then clicks Sign In. If credentials are valid, Managem authenticates the session, stores access and refresh tokens, and redirects directly to the main dashboard. The page also supports Forgot Password, plus Google and GitHub OAuth sign-in options for faster access. After login, the admin lands on a personalized dashboard, not the Super Admin console. At the top, the page shows a greeting and a role-focused summary, then 4 live execution KPIs. Assigned to me, in progress, completed this month, and overdue. The left panel shows active issues assigned to the user, including status badge, project key, issue key, and priority indicator, and each item is clickable to open full issue details. The right panel shows recent activity with user avatars, action history, and relative timestamps so admins can track team momentum in real time. At the bottom, Suggested Actions gives quick operational shortcuts, such as projects, profile, team overview, integrations, or analytics routes depending on the user's role context. Now we're on the Projects page, which is the organization's project index and launch point for delivery work. At the top, you see the page title, the current organization name, and a new project button that routes to project creation. Right below, there's a search bar to filter by project name or key, plus a view toggle to switch between grid and list layout, depending on how you want to browse. In grid view, each project card shows project icon and color, project type badge, Scrum, Kanban, software, or business, project name and key, issue count, creation date. In list view, the same data is condensed for faster scanning. Clicking any project opens its board directly, so admins move from portfolio view into execution in one click. If no projects exist, the page shows a clear empty state with a create project action. If a search returns nothing, it switches to a no match message and asks you to try a different search term. Now we're on the team page, where admins manage people and collaboration structure inside the organization. At the top, we see team overview and an invite member action. This opens a modal where we can enter email, choose organization role, admin, member, or viewer, add a job title, and optionally assign the person to projects before sending the invitation. Below that, members are displayed as profile cards with avatar and name, role, active or suspended status, optional job title and department. This page gives admins a fast operational view of who is in the team and what access level they have. If you open the Team Settings view, you can also create named teams, assign colors, edit or delete teams, and add members either from existing org users or by invite email. That means Managem supports both people-level management and team structure management in one workflow. Now we're on the Invitations page, where admins control onboarding access for the organization. At the top, this page shows all organization invites in one table with email, role and job title, status, and expiration date. Each row has two direct actions: resend to send the invitation again, and revoke to immediately cancel pending access. For active onboarding, admins can create invites with role-based permissions and optional team or project assignment, so users join with the right access from day one. Now we're on the Cross-Project Analytics page, where admins and product owners get a portfolio-level view across all projects in the organization. At the top, the page summarizes execution with 4 KPI cards: total issues, completed, overdue, and hours logged. Right under that, the issues by project chart breaks work into open, in progress, done, and overdue, so you can compare project health side by side. Below the chart, the project table gives detailed metrics per project. Total issues, open and in-progress workload, completed count, overdue count, total logged hours, completion percentage with a visual progress bar. At the bottom, the org velocity trend chart shows velocity and story points across the last 8 sprints, which helps leadership track consistency and delivery momentum over time. This page is the decision layer of Managem. It turns multi-project activity into clear, measurable signals for prioritization, risk control, and forecasting. Now we're on the Team Activity Heatmap page. This view visualizes real team activity by person and by day, using a GitHub-style heatmap grid. At the top right, we can switch the time window between 4, 8, 12, or 26 weeks, so we can zoom from short-term execution to long-term consistency. Each member appears as a row with avatar, name, email, and a total activity counter for the selected period. Their daily cells are color-coded from light to dark blue, where darker cells mean higher activity volume. There is also a less to more legend, so the intensity scale is easy to read, and every cell has a tooltip with exact date and activity count. If there is no data yet, the page shows a clear empty state. While loading, it shows a dedicated loading state. This gives managers an immediate workload and engagement snapshot, helping identify burnout risk, underutilization, and collaboration patterns across the team. Now we're on the Organization Settings page, which is the admin control center for company-level configuration. This page is organized into 8 tabs: General, Branding, Domains, Schedule, Members, Roles, OAuth, and Email. In General, admins update organization name, description, and website, then save changes with immediate success feedback. In Branding, they upload a logo, set the primary color, and see a live preview before saving. In Domains, they restrict allowed invite domains, so only approved company emails can be onboarded. In Schedule, admins set time zone, working days, and holiday calendar, which standardizes planning and SLA timing across teams. In Members, they can invite users with role, job title, and optional team/project assignment, monitor pending invites, and suspend or remove members when needed. In roles, they create custom roles with color coding and permission-level controls like projects.create, members.invite, and settings.edit. OAuth enables GitHub and Google sign-in with provider-specific client ID and secret fields. Email settings configure SMTP delivery for invitations and notifications, including host, port, credentials, from address, and a built-in test connection action. Now we're on the billing page, where organization admins manage subscription plans, payment methods, and transaction history. At the top, the page shows the active subscription with 3 key details: current plan, billing cycle, and current amount. Admins can switch between monthly and yearly billing, then compare the available plans: free, premium, and enterprise, each with its own feature list and upgrade action. The payment method section lets the admin save or change how the organization pays. It supports credit card, PayPal, and bank transfer, with dedicated fields for cardholder name, card number, expiry date, PayPal email, or bank details. If a payment method is already saved, the page displays it and also allows removal or replacement. When upgrading, the flow can route through Stripe, PayPal subscription buttons, or bank transfer instructions depending on what the platform has enabled. For bank payments, the page can even display account holder, account number, IBAN, SWIFT, currency, and payment instructions directly inside the billing flow. At the bottom, the payments history table records each transaction with date, description, payment method, status, and amount. This page gives admins complete commercial control, from plan upgrades and monetization to payment operations and billing transparency. Now we're inside the board page, which is the core execution workspace of the project. At the top, the page shows the active sprint name, and if a sprint is running, it also shows the sprint end date. On the right, admins can immediately create issue or generate a share board link, which copies a public board URL to the clipboard for external visibility when needed. The board itself is organized into Kanban columns based on project status, and each column shows its current issue count. Users can add a new issue directly into any column, and if a column is empty, the interface shows a drop here state for quick drag-and-drop updates. Each issue card is compact but information-rich. It includes labels, issue title, issue type badge such as epic, story, task, bug, or subtask, issue key, priority indicator, story points, due date with overdue highlighting, assignee avatar. The board supports full drag-and-drop movement between statuses, with visual drag preview and live updates saved back to the system. Clicking any issue opens the full issue detail page, so the board acts as both a planning surface and a direct execution entry point. Now we're on the issue view page, which is the most detailed execution screen in Managem. At the top, the page shows the project breadcrumb, the issue key, and the full issue title. From this same header, users can vote on the issue, watch it for updates, and immediately understand where the task belongs in the project. The main content area is built around execution details. It includes an editable description section, acceptance criteria, development links for commits or pull requests, file attachments, and a full comments thread with support for internal notes, reactions, editing, and deletion. This page also includes built-in AI assistance. Users can generate a description, write acceptance criteria, or suggest subtasks directly from the issue, then review the result and apply it back into the ticket. On the right sidebar, admins and team members can update the issue's core workflow. If the issue is a bug, severity is also available and overdue dates are visually highlighted. The page also contains time tracking and integrations, so users can log effort, send notifications, start collaboration flows, and connect the issue to external tools from the same screen. There is even an approval chain section where approvers can be assigned, approvals can be requested, and decisions can be tracked step by step. Now we're on the backlog page, where sprint planning and issue preparation happen before execution starts. At the top, the page gives 2 primary actions: create sprint and add issue. That means admins can create a new sprint instantly or add work directly into either a sprint or the general backlog. The page is organized into collapsible sprint sections plus 1 dedicated backlog section. Each sprint row shows sprint name, current status such as planning or active, start and end dates, total issue count, completed issue count. From the sprint header, admins can start a sprint, complete it, generate an AI sprint summary, or add a new issue directly into that sprint. Inside each sprint, issues appear as planning rows with status badge, issue key, title, story points, priority, assignee avatar. Issues can be dragged between backlog and sprints, or moved using the sprint action menu. If a sprint is completed, incomplete work is automatically moved back into the backlog, which keeps planning clean and controlled. The backlog section itself is also collapsible and shows all unscheduled work. If it is empty, the page displays a clear empty state telling the team to add issues before planning future sprints. Now we're on the roadmap page, where the team moves from sprint-level execution to long-range planning. This page displays epics on a horizontal timeline, so admins and product teams can see how major initiatives are scheduled across time. At the top, the timeline header is organized by month and year, giving a clear planning horizon for upcoming work. Each epic appears as its own roadmap bar with epic name, start date, end date, color-coded visual range on the timeline. If the epic is completed, its bar is visually faded, which makes delivery progress easy to scan at a glance. If an epic does not yet have dates assigned, the roadmap clearly shows that no schedule has been set. Now we're on the daily stand-up page, where each team member submits a structured daily update for the project. At the top, the page shows the stand-up title and a date selector, so the team can review or submit updates for any specific day. The main form is built around the three classic stand-up questions: yesterday, today, and blockers. There is also a mood selector with options like great, good, okay, bad, and blocked, which adds a quick health signal to the team's update. Once completed, the user clicks Submit Stand-up, and the page confirms submission immediately. Below the form, the page can display a team mood summary, showing how many people selected each mood for that day. Under that, all submitted stand-ups appear in a daily feed with each user's name, mood, yesterday update, today plan, and blockers. If there are blockers, they are visually highlighted, which helps managers surface delivery risks immediately. If no one has submitted yet, the page shows a clear empty state for that day. Now we're on the retrospective page, where the team captures what happened after a sprint and turns feedback into improvement actions. At the top, the page shows the retrospective title and a new retro action, so teams can create a new session such as Sprint 12 Retrospective. On the left, there is a sidebar listing all retrospectives, each marked as open or closed for quick access. Once a retrospective is selected, the main board is split into three clear columns. Went well. To improve. Action items. Each item appears as a card with its content and a vote counter, so the team can quickly surface the most important observations. Items are automatically ranked by votes, which helps the team focus on what matters most during the discussion. If the retrospective is still open, users can add new items directly into any of the three categories, vote on existing cards, and delete items when needed. When the session is finished, the facilitator can close the retrospective, which locks the board and preserves the final outcome. Now we're on the milestones page, where the team tracks major delivery checkpoints inside the project. At the top, the page shows the milestone's title, a short description, and a new milestone action. Admins can create a milestone with a title, optional description, and due date, then save it directly from the modal form. Each milestone appears as a progress card showing milestone title, current status, due date, completed issues versus total linked issues, percentage complete with a visual progress bar. If a milestone reaches full completion, the progress bar switches to a completed visual state, making delivery progress easy to spot. Admins can also close or reopen a milestone, edit it, or delete it when it is no longer needed. If no milestones exist yet, the page shows a dedicated empty state, encouraging the team to create the first project checkpoint. Now we're on the releases page, where the team formalizes delivery into version product releases. At the top, the page shows the release's title, a short description, and a new release action. Admins can create a release with a name, version number, description, and release date, which effectively turns sprint output into a planned delivery package. They can also edit or delete releases directly from the same view. If no releases exist yet, the page shows a dedicated empty state, encouraging the creation of the first release plan. Reports page gives a quick, decision-ready view of project health. We can switch between tabs for overview, velocity, burn down, burn up, CFD, QA metrics, team performance, and SLA risk. At the top, we can also print the report or export CSV for stakeholders. Now we're on the wiki page, which is the documentation and knowledge management layer inside the project workspace. On the left side, the page shows a structured page tree, so teams can organize documentation hierarchically instead of keeping notes in scattered files. From this sidebar, users can create new pages, navigate nested pages, and quickly move through the project's internal knowledge base. In the main content area, the selected page displays page title, author, last updated date, full page content. If a page is empty, the interface clearly prompts the user to add content. For writing and editing, the page supports a full content form with title and body fields, and the content area explicitly supports Markdown. Users can create new pages, edit existing ones, or delete pages directly from the top action controls. There is also a revision history panel, where previous versions are listed with revision number, editor, and date, and any revision can be restored when needed. Now we're on the test cases page, which is where QA scenarios are defined and managed before execution. At the top, the page shows the test cases title, the total number of cases, and a new test case action. Admins and QA users can also filter the page by search text, status, and priority, which makes it easy to focus on the right coverage set. When creating or editing a test case, the form includes title, description, test steps, expected result, type such as manual or automated, priority, status. The steps section supports building a structured checklist step by step, so each case is repeatable and clearly documented. Once saved, each test case appears as a card showing its status, priority, type, title, optional description, and total step count. From the list, users can edit or delete cases directly, and if no cases exist yet, the page shows a clear empty state inviting the team to create the first one. Now we're on the goals page, where teams define measurable outcomes and track progress beyond individual tasks. At the top, the page shows the goal's title, a short subtitle, and a new goal action. Admins can create a goal by entering a title, description, status, due date, target value, current value, and unit, such as percentage, users, or revenue. Once created, goals are grouped into 3 sections: active, completed, canceled. Each goal card shows goal title, status badge, optional description, due date, live progress bar, current value versus target value. Goals can also be marked complete directly from the card, and admins can edit or delete them through the quick action buttons. Completed goals are visually crossed out, while canceled goals are faded, so the overall portfolio stays easy to scan. If no goals exist yet, the page shows a dedicated empty state, encouraging the team to create their first measurable objective. Calendar page gives the team a date-based view of project deadlines and sprint timing in one screen. At the top, we can move month by month using previous and next controls, and the selected month and year update in real time. Project settings page helps us fully configure how this specific project works without touching the rest of the organization. At the top, in general settings, we can update the project name, description, visibility as private or public, and even track financials with total budget and budget spent. Then we save changes directly from this panel. Next is the Members section, where we see all project users with avatar, email, and assigned role, so ownership is always clear. Below that, we configure project-level workflows. 1. Custom fields. Add extra fields like text, number, date, select, multi-select, URL, or checkbox and mark any field as required. 2. Workflow automation rules. Define trigger and action logic like issue created or status changed, then auto-action rules such as notification or status updates, with on-off toggles per rule. 3. Custom statuses. Create project-specific statuses, assign category, to do, in progress, done, and color code them for board clarity. 4. Custom issue types. Define your own issue types with icon, color, and description to match your team process. Finally, in the danger zone, we have advanced lifecycle controls. Clone project to duplicate setup quickly. Archive and unarchive to hide inactive projects safely. Delete project permanently with confirmation when cleanup is required. Profile page lets each user manage personal account details and security in one place. In the Profile tab, we can update avatar, full name, username, bio, time zone, department, and job title, then save changes. Email is shown as read-only for account integrity. In the Security tab, We can change password with validation for minimum length and confirm password match. If Managem feels like the right fit for your team, you can purchase it anytime at www.delta-dev-software.fr. It is designed to help you bring planning, execution, QA, reporting, and billing into one clear workflow, so your team can move faster with less complexity. Visit www.delta-dev-software.fr to explore options and get started when you're ready.